The top takeaway from these Fed minutes is that the Fed is on track to hike again once more this year, despite deepening concerns over low inflation. I'll come back to that in a moment. Second thing, the committee was actually quite close to announcing a start date for the balance sheet reduction plan in its meeting in July, but they decided to hold off to a, quote, upcoming meeting. I think that's going to cement expectations in the market that the balance sheet program will be announced, the timing of it will be announced in September. The next interesting point, some grim reflections on the state of policymaking in Washington, D.C. showed up in these minutes. Some committee members see the likelihood of new stimulative fiscal policy dropping, and this also appeared in the minutes. I'll read it directly. Several participants noted that uncertainty about the course of federal government policy, including in the areas of fiscal policy, trade, and healthcare, was tending to weigh down firms' spending and hiring plans. So in terms of what Fed officials are hearing from businesses in their districts, the dysfunction in Washington may be beginning to hold back the U.S. economy. Next point, a quick point on financial stability and asset valuation. Some concerns raised in the committee again about real estate valuations. But when it comes to the stock market, no real red flags. In fact, some committee members said that valuations reflected favorable economic factors and that there were no new signs of additional leverage being implemented in the stock market. So again, no red flags over stock valuations. Back to this debate for 1 minute on inflation. There's clearly two sides taking hardening positions over what low inflation is telling us. And I thought these were quite remarkable minutes in the sense that there was a lot of candor about what these committee members don't understand about what is keeping inflation low, to the point that some are beginning to question the very framework, the models that they use to estimate inflation. The good news for the Fed is, though, when it comes to deciding whether to pull the trigger on another rate increase this year, they have the luxury of time. They don't have to decide until December.